So as in recently, I've had a love for the MCU, especially when Spider-Man No Way Home came out. There were so much clues and mysteries for people to uncover. I even got some deep knowledge about the MCU afterwards because of the curiosity. New movies relating to the MCU, Spider-Man No Way Home, Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness, and many other movies. And this technically makes me a Marvel nerd, which leads me to making this Iceberg video on Spider-Man No Way Home. Anyways, if you don't know what an iceberg is, it's basically a chart from the most known things to the least known things. Anyway, since you got a concept of what an iceberg is, if you don't know what it is, obviously, we can finally start the video.
The way he leaps off of rooftops and flips backwards to face the camera before falling into a headfirst dive is just full of the exaggerated swagger of a black teen.
Stage 1. Tobey and Andrew. Tobey and Andrew were under pressure since the movie's announcement because it was rumored that they were going to go back to their old roles as Spider-Man, just from different universes now. And I mean, it was kind of obvious that they're going to go back because Marvel kept on releasing teasers that Willem Dafoe was going to be in and other Spider-Man villains, even having leaks for the movie, where Sony took action and took them down, so it really proved people's point of them being in the movie. First trailer leak early. Also, this comes from an article online. November 16th marks the craziest day in Spider-Man and MCU history. Sony and Marvel have decided to turn the highly anticipated No Way Home trailer 2 release into a theater event. A single cinema will play a clip that will only be a few minutes long. Those lucky to have scored an invite will know before everyone else in the world what the two studios are willing to disclose. The trailer's YouTube release will follow the theater premiere by about half an hour, but we already have No Way Home trailer 2 leaks that say Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield will not be in this clip. And needless to say, Marvel fans are shocked. Pointing meme recreation. This one isn't deep, but from the original Spider-Man animated show, there was a clip with two Spider-Man pointing at each other, and people wanted Tobey, Andrew, and Tom to recreate this photo because it would be so iconic. And there is actually a picture online of them actually recreating this photo. Andrew leak. This leak was one of the first actual leaks online for Spider-Man No Way Home. People at first thought it was a deep fake, but not me though. I had faith, especially when Sony took it down, because it really proved people's point of Andrew being in the movie and not being a deep fake. And Andrew kept denying he was in the movie, so it really put people's hopes down of him actually showing up in this movie. Matt Murdock. With all these leaks, it was confirmed Matt Murdock was gonna pop up. When I was watching the movie, I really thought he was gonna show up as Daredevil, save the day and stuff, but he just had a small cameo during the movie with no credit scene whatsoever at the end, so I was kind of bummed. But he is showing up apparently in She-Hulk, so we will see then. Also, there is a deleted scene of Matt Murdock here.
One of the reasons I enjoy working with John Watts so much is because
face leaks. I kinda already covered face leaks, but the leaks were insane for Spider-Man No Way Home. As in me myself, I was so hyped for the movie, I was looking into seeing the leaks for myself. There's a bunch of videos online of YouTubers covering these leaks, making their own judgment if they're real or not. Sinister 5. Ever since Spider-Man No Way Home revealed that the entire plot was predicted on the multiverse, bringing in villains from both the Sam Raimi and Mark Webb timelines, a lot of fans operated under the impression that Tom Holland's Peter Parker would be finding himself up against a multiversal Sinister 6. William Dafoe's Green Goblin, Alfred Molina's Dr. Octopus, Thomas Hayden Church's Sandman, Rye's Lizard, Jamie Foxx's Electro, and Paul's Rhino were touted as the Evil Six, but Twitter was still left asking the question to ask why the Sinister Six have been whittled down to 5. With all this too, it's possible we can actually get a Sinister 6 with the new Spider-Man trilogy as to where this is heading right now. So maybe we might actually see an actual Sinister 6 in the later future. Andrew Garfield line. So before the movie was released and stuff, everyone was questioning whether Andrew and Tobey were in the movie or not. And they had to say they weren't in the movie or else they were gonna get a call from Kevin Feige. You know, that's very scary, right? Anyways, there's a bunch of interviews and stuff out there. They just deny, nothing else, despite the leaks and other hints though that seem to point very strongly towards Garfield's No Way Home appearance. His character return to the screen surely was a surprise for many viewers, even me myself, just because of the line here.
Hello my fellow Americans, and I guess the people in other countries watching this video. My name is Radster, and today I'm on Zoid's channel to talk about layer 2 of the Spider-Man No Way Home Iceberg. So without further ado, let's go! This is in reference to the similarities between alt-right personality Alex Jones and the character J. Jonah Jameson, who is played by J.K. Simmons. In this article published by Men's Health, Simmons denies that he took any inspiration from Alex Jones and that he didn't even watch Alex's show InfoWars while taking notes. During the movie's hype before the official title reveal, two of the main actors, Tom Holland and Jacob Batalon, also known as the CEO of Sex, posted fake title reveals to troll the fans on Instagram, with Tom's fake title being Phone Home and Jacob's being Homewrecker. The Daily Bugle is an American Fox current affairs digital series serving as the center of several marketing campaigns created by Sony Pictures. In the lead up to Spider-Man No Way Home, Sony would use the Daily Bugle as a social media marketing technique. Sony has also semi-recently used this technique for Morbius to no avail. R.I.P. Morbius. A Canadian film reviewer and podcaster known as John Cambia leaked very key images of Spider-Man No Way Home before being deleted. In an article published by Dexterdo, it says, according to John Cambia, he was under the impression that the leaks were fake and were sent to him as a joke, and as it turns out, he was sent 4 photos, so there were more than he actually posted. I've seen many sources and shit when researching this, but from what I can tell, Doc Ock, Green Goblin, Electro, and possibly more were leaked in photos before releases of trailers and screenshots. Rhino from The Amazing Spider-Man 2 was rumored to be one of the villains in No Way Home, but didn't make the cut. In this article published by CBR.com, the screenwriter of the movie says he almost got in, but again did not make the cut. In this article published by WinterIsComing.net, the actors for Sandman and Lizard, Thomas Church and Rise E fans, I have no idea if I'm saying that right, were never even on set for Spider-Man No Way Home. The article says this: as it turns out, I fans and Church were never actually on set and filmed no new scenes for No Way Home, though they did record dialogue per Screen Rant. They only appeared on screen through the magic of visual effects. That will be the end of my segment. I know it wasn't much, but if you liked what you saw and want to see longer stuff from me, you can check out my channel and subscribe if you enjoy the content I make. I make video essays about anything really. I'm right now focusing on video games, but I will start talking about more media, and maybe we'll talk about YouTube and internet stuff again from time to time. I'll put the channel on the screen right now. Special thanks to Zoid for having me on. Thank you for watching my segment, and enjoy the rest of the video.
Hey guys, I'm just Colton, and today on Zoid's video, I'll be going over the third layer of the Spider-Man No Way Home Iceberg. So yeah, here we go. Jamie Foxx IG post. This is referring to that time when Jamie Foxx posted this image to his Instagram. The image clearly depicts 3 Spider-Men facing off against Electro. The caption read, "Tell Spidey let's run it back. Super excited to be a part of the new Marvel Spider-Man installment. Can't wait for y'all to check the new one. And I won't be blue in this one." This post was really alarming because at the time it wasn't confirmed if Andrew Garfield or Tobey Maguire would be appearing in the movie. Later when the movie was released, the two did appear as their respective characters. Upgraded suit redesign. The upgraded suit redesign is a redesign a fan did for the upgraded suit at the end of Spider-Man No Way Home. The redesign actually does look better than the original design, especially for it to be made by one person. Green Goblin suit leak. The Green Goblin suit leak is a leak that a trusted leaker found and shared to the internet. This leak showcased the suit for Green Goblin in the upcoming movie. The leaker is also responsible for leaking the trailer of the movie, so yeah, a pretty trustworthy source. Originally not multiverse with Kraven as the villain. Spider-Man No Way Home's plot originally wasn't going to be about the multiverse. The writers confirmed that instead the movie would have been about something else, and that they would have just teased the multiverse at the end of the movie. They never mentioned Kraven the Hunter though, so this part is simply just a rumor. Full plot leak. The entire plot for Spider-Man No Way Home got leaked. The leak was provided by a Reddit user in China. Everything in this leak besides 1 or 2 details is spot on about the movie's plot. Even going as far as mentioning little joke scenes between the 3 Spider-Men, which all happened. Overall, this is really crazy how a whole movie's plot got leaked, but let's move on. CGI updated while in theaters. No Way Home's CGI had to be updated after it was released to the public. The excuse the VFX workers gave is that their clips were only finished in early December and they couldn't go over everything and have enough time to fix it all up. Reused footage for Sandman and Lizard. Spider-Man No Way Home actually reused footage from older Spider-Man movies. The first of this reused footage comes from 2007 Spider-Man 3, and the scene I'm referring to is the one where Sandman can be seen disintegrating into mud, instead of being reworked to show him regaining his human skin. And it's similar for the lizard scene, also showing him gaining his human skin back. And that's all for layer 3. I don't know if Zoid will leave this part in, but go sub to my YouTube. I make similar content to Zoid, but obviously worse. But with all that being said, I've been Just Quilted, and now back to you, Zoid. Later.
Alright, so I'm back for the 4th layer. John Campea leak, different from final movie. Canadian film reviewer John Campea, who leaked the Spider-Man No Way Home pictures, has shared details of what happened after he posted the images online. In a video on his YouTube channel, John said that when he received the images, he thought they were photoshopped, and so he posted them on Twitter with his watermark. He then said he got a call after 5 minutes saying that the pictures were probably real.
So I post it, and like 5 minutes later, I get this call from somebody, I won't say who, saying that, yeah, these pictures probably real. I'm like, are you sure? And like, look, I don't know 100% for sure, but I feel pretty comfortable saying that these are most likely real. And I'm like, well, shit. So I immediately jump back on Twitter. Again, only about 5 minutes had passed, and I delete them immediately. I obviously didn't share the other 2 pictures, and the other 2 pictures were the more juicy ones. That's all I'm going to tell you, is that the other 2 pictures were the more juicy ones. But now that I know that there's a strong possibility that they're real, I am definitely not going to be posting those. So I immediately delete it.
In this video, John Campea says, quote unquote, "This was not a PR stunt. A studio rep has talked to me and asked me to reveal who sent them to me. And while I'm not happy about what has transpired, I'm not giving up the person that sent it to me. I may not be happy about it, but I'm not gonna give up the source. You guys know that I get a bunch of stuff and pictures sent to me all the time. Last night, I got an email from somebody sending me pictures that says, oh, this is from Spider-Man No Way Home, and they are never real. Somebody sends it to me, and I look at the pictures with 3 Spider-Man in it, and I say, well, this is clearly photoshopped. The person who sent it to me said, don't mention it was me. So I pop it on my Twitter, and I put my watermark on it. By the way, there were more pictures. I want to say 4. Sandman shouldn't be evil. I don't know about this one, but what I can say is that I wouldn't really call Sandman a villain in this movie. He was basically by himself and just wanted to go back home. But he does save Spider-Man from Electro in this movie. Unfinished CGI and leaked trailer. So for this, I can't really say much because I don't have information on it, but where I got this from is Reddit. The unfinished CGI and leaked trailer was leaked on TikTok. Surprisingly, I thought this would come from Twitter, but I guess not. First look promised before 2021. So I couldn't find much information on this because I don't have as much information on this either, but I'm guessing that all the villains that were in Spider-Man No Way Home were promised to be in the movie. Integrated suit leak. So I've seen this leak on Twitter before the movie even came out and stuff. So it's basically Spider-Man's original iron suit, but it's kind of upgraded because of Doc Ock. And honestly, I really like the design. So what do you guys think? The villains will still die. So basically, it's kind of confusing at the beginning when they come in, but when the villains were brought to the MCU universe, they were brought the second before they died. So at the end of the movie, as they disappeared, I'm pretty sure they still died, going back to the position they were still in. Deleted scenes not on home release. So basically on the home release, there were no deleted scenes, and the reason to that is because the more fun stuff version of Spider-Man No Way Home will be released on September 2nd, adding 15 more minutes to the movie. And once that comes out, I'm pretty sure a lot of people are gonna watch that. Switch to multiverse plot because of Flash movie. So I'm pretty sure for this one that the creation of the Spider-Man No Way Home movie was inspired because of the new upcoming Flash movie, if that even happens, to be honest with you, because that guy Ezra Miller is unironically on the run from the cops at the moment. Spider-Man Homeworlds. Spider-Man Homeworlds is a 2025 live-action Spider-Verse film based on the Marvel Comics character of the same name. It is the 10th film of the Phase 5 in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, so it's basically similar to the Spider-Man No Way Home plot, but in a different kind of way. Spider-Man Homesick. Following Homecoming and Far From Home, we see how Spider-Man Homesick fits as the end of Far From Home, as we see Spider-Man set up as the killer of Mysterio and Peter's identity leaked. So it is assumed that Peter can't go home and is on the run. Hence, Spider-Man misses his home and would be homesick. There's also a concept trailer out there where Peter Parker comes in contact with the symbiote. Deleted Tobey versus Green Goblin fight. Spider-Man No Way Home nearly featured a fight between Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man and William Dafoe's Green Goblin, but the scene was sadly cut. Mysterio versus Doctor Strange concept art. So Mysterio was supposed to make an appearance in Spider-Man No Way Home, but as it is, it's just a concept. Meaning it's just an idea or plan, so I'm thinking there was just change of plans here. Sony intentionally leaked the Andrew video. For this, I can't jump into conclusions, but apparently some people think that Sony did it on purpose. But then, why would Sony take down all the posts of Spider-Man No Way Home leaks that involve Andrew Garfield? So I'm gonna have to say Sony did not leak Andrew being in the movie on purpose.
What is up everyone, my name is Janky Shining and thank you Zoid for having me on your channel. I'm gonna be covering the final layer of this iceberg, which are mostly just dumb theories, but still, let's get into it. Doc Ock gained access to Stark tech in the movies as we saw, but before the movie release, there have been articles theorizing of how and why Doc Ock gained such technology. The movie has been planned since 2002. This is mainly a theory based off of Green Goblin's notorious O before he dies in Sam Raimi's Spider-Man, theorizing that after Norman gets sent back to his universe in No Way Home, he appears right where he left off, about to be penetrated by his own glider. As we've seen from the Spectacular Spider-Man TV show and many other pieces of media, Peter holds back way more than he should, and when he doesn't hold back, he has the power to absolutely murk the Sinister Six in minutes. Not much is known, but after the events of TASM 2, Harry forms his own Sinister Six, and Peter ends up killing Harry, possibly the other Sinister Six members too, due to Gwen's death. There's been a theory going around that almost every single No Way Home leak was meant for marketing purposes and to hype up the consumers. I personally do believe this theory, but what do you think? Apparently the integrated suit was not the original plan and was added in post. Surprise to me, I've actually found nothing about this, but what do you think? Word is going around about the original ending, that Venom was actually going to be the final battle. Tobey would have died and the symbiote would attach to him and bring him back to life. It would have also given Hardy's symbiote the spider logo, since it was attached to Spider-Man. Personally, I think that this would have been a really good bad ending, like something with really bad writing, but it still hooks you in due to its craziness. What do you think? Well, that's it for me. Go check out my main channel, Janky Shining. I produce highly edited content and have big plans in the future. Meanwhile you're at it, subscribe to Zoid as well. Anyways, I'll see you guys later.
So that concludes the end of this video. Thank you guys who watched this video and got this far. And if you're hearing this, comment Spider-Zoid in the comments. I'm not gonna lie, that was pretty random, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. The person who made the iceberg chart will be in the description, and everyone who came on this video, Shining, Raster, and Quilted, will also be in the description, so subscribe to them. Anyways, that's all. Follow my Twitch, follow my Twitter, and join my Discord server. But other than that, my name is Zoid, and I'm signing off.
I don't even smoke weed, but I feel high when I'm next to you, babe. Used to be my girl, used to be my boo thing. Now I'm telling everybody you my boo